Very cool. Brock Butler, live in studio, Perpetual Groove, and playing a new tune there that said you just basically debuted, I guess, at Amberland, right? At your festival Memorial Day weekend, I think, Brock? So?
Yeah, that's correct.
Very cool.
We always kind of use that as an opportunity to break out some new songs.
It's your own party, why not? We're going to come back and talk about Amberland. Let's talk a little bit about Heal. Record was released, late 2009, early 2010, really, I guess.
That's right.
You guys been, I guess, 2003, the first record came out, something around then, I guess, basically.
Yeah.
So always putting out good records. Again, music that sounds great on the radio as far as we're concerned, great live, especially live, to experience it. But Heal seems to be a record that you really put a strong emphasis on lyrics, on the songs. You know, you've always written strong songs and always performed well, but this record, it seems like there was a concerted effort. Is that true?
Yeah, I'd say that's a very accurate description of our approach, or where we were at the, musically, and where we are still more in that direction. Like, by comparison, the second album, All This Everything, we fit, on a CD, I think we had maybe 15 seconds left. But we fit it all on a CD.
Right.
And with this one, I think it's fair to say we very much thought of it like if it were a vinyl album. Like, simply because you have a CD where 74 or 80 minutes exists does not mean that you have to or should use it. So, or at least in my mind, that's how it plays out. Like, it's very much like a side A, and what would be, the time to flip it. I think there's something that's lost in, now everybody has their personal music device, and when you have a vinyl, a record, it was more of a group thing. Like, people, you all sit around, you put a record on, and it in and of itself was more of an experience,
Sure.
And then just to hear the whole thing, you almost have an intermission, and it just paces it out. And obviously we do a 2-set format at our shows, and I think it's that same kind of philosophy that I'm attracted to.
Absolutely. And that's kind of a lost art. I mean, and even like the cover art of albums, which, and that was one of the things you sat around and did when you listened to side one, and you read the credits, and you read the song credits, and then, like you said, it's almost like, okay, side one's over, it's time to kind of hit the reset button and turn it over to side two. And I guess if you want to relate that to the computer age, the reset button. But there was kind of an art in that, and that's cool that you approached it that way. Did you have to do anything special when you were writing it, or did it just come together that way?
It was actually real coincidental. I think everybody had some things going on in our lives, either personal and even within the band. There was, it's the first CD we did with John on keys, so it was kind of a lineup change, and for some reason the songs that we were going over, in pre-production stage over at the house, kind of picking which ones we want to, work on putting on the album. And Heal came up in, I think, 3 songs, in sets of lyrics. It was not deliberate at all. And one of those was 40 Roses, which John penned the lyrics for.
Great song. They're absolutely great songs.
Yeah.
Another one of those great radio songs. Just sounds so good on the radio.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. It's got we played it last night, actually, for the first time in a bit. We hadn't played it much, and I think it was a really a nice version of it. I really enjoyed it last night.
Yeah, very cool. Again, standing here actually talking with Brock Butler, the guitarist, vocalist for Perpetual Groove. Can you do us one more? We're going to come back and we'll talk a little bit about Amberland, and our buddy Graham from Fire on the Mountain's got a couple of shows. You got another tune ready for us?
Oh, sure, absolutely.
What you going to do, brother?
Let's see here. Well, I think since we're talking about Heal, I'll do I'll do A Day the Way,
All
which
right.
is off on that one.
Right on.
That'll
Live in studio on 90.3 The Rock and UTTV The Rock Unplugged. This is Brock Butler and Perpetual Groove on The Rock.
Find it straight or out of line. Though it's not in your head, can it still provide hope and happiness? Still possibilities, they all exist, even if you can't see. Oh, to have a day the way they used to be. Sit simple together, brave the darkest weather. And now I view a calm, smooth sailing sea. Find it straight or out of line. The light's been on, but you couldn't see the shine. I was welcome back, though I don't know where I'd be. To the hopes and handshakes and faces of my friends. Oh, yeah. To have a day the way they used to be. Sit simple together, brave the darkest weather. And now I view a calm, smooth sailing sea. I don't know what was said then. Doesn't mean that I am wrong. The only thing to be regretted is that it lasted so very long. Does it mean that I am wrong? The only thing to be regretted is that it lasted so very long. We think we know where we're headed, yet we still feel so very lost. The simple thing that was misread there left us slipping and sliding on the floor.
Brock Butler live in studio. All right, guys. So, yeah, you're getting it from all angles here today, man. So I appreciate you guys so much stopping by. And, again, Perpetual Groove in the house in the studio today. Last but not least, 2012. What's that hold for P Groove? New record? What you going to be doing? Just more of the same?
In the world?
Yeah, just, you know.
It's in 2012, doesn't it?
It's coming up here in a couple, 3 months, man. So, yeah.
Well,
isn't that unbelievable? We got a new record next year, maybe? Or you just kind of...
we got new songs. We got a bunch of new tunes, so we're working towards a new record. For sure.
Very cool. Very cool.
Assuming the existence of mankind.
Yeah, assuming we all get there together, huh?
Yeah.
And that's usually what it takes, is everybody working together to get there. So,
you know, if there is some sort of rapture, I'm sure at least the bulk of the group will still be here, so we can make some music.
Very cool. Well, I'm sure there'll be a lot of fans hanging out, too, waiting on that, too. So it's 90.3 The Rock, WUTK. What about your influences on... This is 90.3 The Rock,